Hello, 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 everyone. We are here to talk about Our Kind of People, episodes 1 and 2. I may just do one because I want to add in some clips for two because I did enjoy it. We're going to come back and we are going to discuss this show.
Black women are dope, man, and black women have so many strengths and talents, and it hurts us when we are trying to limit them in what they can and what they are able to
do. What you prefer, girl? All right. So season 1, episode 1, with our new show, Our Kind of People. So I will say, overall, I did enjoy it. Next time, I think I'm just going to do episode 1 so I can add some clips in from the show on episode 2, because there was some beautiful, beautiful imagery in this show. So it starts off in Oak Bluffs on Martha's Vineyard. And apparently the Black elite go back at least 50 years. And our story revolves around Miss Angela Vaughn. And Angela Vaughn has a daughter, her daughter Nikki, her aunt, her mom's sister Patricia, but she calls her Piggy. And then she has a best friend who's got the hookup with the prominent family, the Franklins. And her best friend is Josephine, who works for the Franklins. Then we have the Franklins, the patriarch being Mr. Teddy Franklin, who has a daughter, Leah Franklin, who we do find out in this episode that she is the half sister of Angela. Angela finds out that she is related to this family. Her mother did not tell her who her father was throughout her life, because there's some sordid past, right? So basically, the story starts off and they're invited to some event. She goes to this event and Leah snubs her when she presents a check for the single mothers fund or whatever type of event or charity she's doing, right? And they also have this elite group, sort of like a debutante type group where they present their daughters at some point in time. And so she's at this event and she presents her check. Leah snubs her, and she's also applied for some type of program mentorship. I think that is run by Leah's husband, who is played by the beautiful Morris Chestnut. And her husband's name is, I have it written down, Raymond DuPont. Okay. I do have some questions. Some things did leave me confused, because there was a lady in the show that she called Mama Liv, and I wasn't sure if that was his mother or who exactly she was. I know she's someone to Leah, but I don't know exactly who. And so I'm assuming it's Raymond's mother, but it doesn't state that specifically. So I'm going to rewatch it just to be sure. And if you guys know, please pipe up in the comments and let me know. If you're here, just pipe up in the comments and let me know. I definitely want your opinions and your feedback on this. Okay, let's see here. We have Leah Franklin and her husband, Raymond DuPont. They have 2 children, Quentin and Lauren. Then there's a friend, Taylor. Now, Taylor is, I guess, both the kids, Quincy and Lauren's best friend, but she's also apparently Lauren's girlfriend, secret girlfriend. So they're having this secret relationship. And during this first episode, when they invite Nikki, who is Angela's daughter, they invite Nikki out to a party. Hey, Loving. Hey, glad to see you. They invite Nikki to the party. And when she greets Nikki, she slips her phone into Nikki's bag. I don't understand why she did that, but Nikki kind of reveals later that she thought maybe she wanted someone to know the truth about her and Lauren's relationship. So anywho, at this party, Quentin gets Nikki a drink. So she has a drink. They don't actually show her drinking, but it's implied that she has a drink. And Lauren and Taylor are out on the pier I guess this party's on a boat. It's on a yacht. And they go out somewhere on the boat and they're having an argument. She starts screaming. Nikki comes running. Yeah, I thought it didn't say, but it kind of started in a room, so we didn't know where this room was. But when we see Taylor and Lauren, we just see Lauren screaming. But apparently Taylor had planned this, which is implied by her slipping the phone into Nikki's bag, you know? So she kind of planned this thing. And she takes lipstick and she writes on a picture, a family picture of the Franklins or the Franklin DuPonts, because this is Leah's family. And she writes lies on the picture. But anyway, she goes off. I guess she jumps into the water or something because Lauren is screaming. And Nikki comes up and was like, what happened? What happened? And she tells her that she was drunk and then she was in the water. She doesn't really give an explanation. Not to mind you, this girl is like really just a troubled. Lauren is really troubled. She's really nasty, like off rip. She's just really, really nasty. And I didn't understand her disposition right there. Like, what was her deal? What was going on? And I think maybe it's her secrecy about this relationship that she's in with Taylor. And Taylor wants to take it public, but Lauren is hesitant, you know. And so I guess she tries to commit, you know, the S word. Yes. And a lot of insecurity. And I think she's learning from her mom. Like, Leah's used to being, you know, the top bitch or whatever, but she seems real insecure. And plus her, before she finds out who Angela is, she's always been real nasty to Angela. And we have this beautiful, right before this ball or whatever, they show the meeting of the women having their little tea and they're voting on the nominees. Of course, Josephine nominates Angela to be a part of their group, and they find out at the end of the year if they make it. Right. She didn't want anyone to know. Right. I caught that. And she was like real, I don't know, but they were just both real nice, nasty, real above you-ish, but have, you know, charity groups like Single Moms Club or whatever, the single mom charity, but y'all are real bougie and real, have your nose real stuck up in the air. But before we even get to that, we do get introduced to Teddy Franklin, who was a whole piece of work himself, honey. I'm telling you, according to the white man must have really did a doozy on him, because he even had the table in the boardroom slanted so where that people would have to look up at him. He was a real piece of work. But she was too. I can't say much about Leah, because she's kind of the same way. And their relationship was all kind of messed up. It was funny. What was funny to me was that meeting between father and daughter in that boardroom. Like, he was acting totally insane. He was acting like a ego maniac. I mean, it was really disturbing. I mean, that was strange. So, he's toxic. Yes. Really, really, really crazy. So, I thought she was jealous of Angela too. And it could be nothing more than her beauty. But when she exposed her at the fashion show, after Angela literally saved her, remember, she didn't want her to be in charge of fashion and whatever, told her the snacks and stuff, no job is too small. She hit her with that. I was like, wow. But okay, she's willing to play her part, no problem. But she caught the shade. She totally caught the shade. And then to come through and save her and did her hair, had her looking, man, let's talk about them outfits and that hair though. Was that a display of Black excellence if I ever saw it? That was absolutely beautiful. Yes. Morris Chestnut. Can we talk about Morris Chestnut? I was talking to my middle son earlier, and he was looking at the pictures of the cast, and he was like, who is that? Oh, yeah, that's Chuck Norris. Honey, I about fell out my chair. I said, Chuck Norris? Chuck Norris is a country white man. Do you know who Chuck Norris is? This is Morris Chestnut, one of the most finest men on the planet. This is the man we dream about. Are you talking about? He fell out laughing, honey. I could believe he said Chuck Norris. Lord, Chuck Norris. But yes, the hair was on point. It was absolutely beautiful. All those natural styles. There wasn't one straight piece of weft involved. I loved it. I loved it. Girl, I cannot get over Chuck Norris. I cannot. He had me crying. I had to give him a whole school, and he was like, "That's what I meant. That's what I meant." But yes, he is aging well. Absolutely perfect. Beautiful. Oh, I cannot get over it. He just looked wonderful, honey. They all, let me just say, everyone looked good. Can we talk about Miss Debbie Morgan? Talking about aging well. The Melanin Gods was good to her. She looks fantastic. And she still got the acting bug, and she's playing her part beautifully. Because, of course, you know, like with all of these shows, when they first start and the stars are still getting their chemistry together, I always, and I hate to watch those first couple, you know, shows because it seems like the chemistry is always off, right? It was a little off. And like that first kiss between Tariq and, is that his name? Yeah, Tariq and Angela was like cringe. I kind of cringed because I felt like they didn't even know each other well enough for a kiss like that, nor did we see any real chemistry that made us believe it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't quite believe, you know what I'm saying, that kiss. Like they jumped down each other's throat. I was kind of like, ooh, that's a bit much if I'm upon first meeting someone. And so moving along, figure out where we're at. There's so much that you can just jump around all night, but it's the first couple episodes, so we're kind of just piecing where everyone fits into this scenario, right? This whole character plot, this whole plot. We're figuring out how everybody fits in. So Quentin, the son of Leah and Raymond, yeah, Leah and Raymond, the son of Leah, he seems to have a little thing for clearly he's attracted to Nikki, unbeknownst that they're cousins, right? So we get to Taylor. The police come. They want to question everyone, question the girls, because the little girl, Lauren, she tells a lie and says that Nikki saw everything, but Nikki wasn't there. Nikki came when she started screaming. So I didn't like that. She was so quick to throw Nikki under the bus at every opportunity. And then when Nikki was trying to befriend her at the show, at the fashion show, she was all jumpy and jumping away, all guilty. It was really weird. And then when her mom asked her what's wrong, she's like, she's threatening me. She's threatening me. She didn't threaten you. She was trying to befriend you and let you know that she knew your secret. That's not threatening. She put all her cards on the table to me. I would have never told her I knew. I'd have gave that other girl back her phone, but I'd have let her tell her what you did. I wouldn't have involved, not at that point anyway, just meeting this crazy girl who clearly has been disrespectful from the gate, even upon first meeting. Let's see here. Loving says, I think if Nikki hadn't showed up, Lauren would have let the furrow draw. Let the furrow. Oh, let the girl drown. Yeah. No, I don't think she would have let her drown because remember, Nikki only came because she was screaming. She was screaming. But I guess she had no choice, you know, had no choice but to start screaming. And then Nikki came and then she kind of threw Nikki under the bus. I didn't understand that. And I didn't understand, but what I was going to say earlier is that when after Leah has exposed Nikki about who she was and that she lied about who her mom was in the community previously and told her that her mom was a maid. And Nikki was like, I know who I am. I'm proud of who I am. And my mom, you know, da-da-da-da-da. She was like, but you want to expose me, sister? And then when she gave her the picture of her mom's mugshot, Angela was so shocked that I think Leah saw that she didn't know about this. She had no idea. You kind of saw it in her face. Hey, Iridescent. You kind of saw Miss Blueberry. Hey, yeah, you saw that she kind of felt bad for her, right? She kind of felt bad that she did that. I think she really regretted it in that moment, but she still got a distaste for this girl, you know? So, whew, child, a whole lot. I'm gonna have some clips for y'all next time. Some clips because that scene, first of all, and also the scene where all the men were together and their little group when they were doing, I don't know what they were. It was almost like a lodge meeting. they were having some type of lodge meeting, but I thought that was a beautiful representation of Black men together on the same page in a higher class organization. It was very beautiful, and they were giving their mantra or whatever, even though it did look kind of dark. It was a little darker than what I would expect, you know, that they would try to do. I thought it just should have been a little more lighthearted. You missed the show? Girl, I made sure I came on here just because of you. I got to do it tonight. I got to do it tonight. Iridescent will not forgive me. And yeah, but I thought it was really beautiful to me, though, to see those men in their black suits and the different hairstyles, even the men from locks to short locks, they were all perfectly groomed. It was just, I thought it was a beautiful display of Black maleness. You know, it just really was beautiful. But the women looked absolutely stunning. Their hair and then their futuristic Afro garbs were just beautiful, 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 beautiful. And they were flowing, and it was like just enough sexiness with just enough class. They did it perfectly. Whoever designed them outfits did outstanding. The head wraps, every detail was perfectly done. I thought they could have made that scene a little longer, because I could have watched that a little longer. I mean, it was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So we move on. And I really didn't want to get into episode 2. I think I'm not, because I want to add clips. I want to add some clips because there's beautiful scenes, and I really want to show that. And even on that one, on part 2, episode 2, I'm going to show some clips of that fashion show and of the men's scene. But anyway, so Miss Leah usurps the power from her dad because she finds all of her dad's crooked deeds, and she compiles them into a manila envelope and hands it over to the father and lets him know that she's taking over. And so she gets the cover of Forbes magazine, and they do a whole photo shoot. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. You have fun. You have fun. Enjoy yourself for me. I appreciate you coming through. Enjoy yourself. And so she gives him that, and they have this photo shoot. And then at the photo shoot, he comes in and he slips in and takes some pictures of his own. He gives her some bullshit lie about him handing over the reins, and they wanted just to give him a short interview. He gave her a whole lot of bullshit just for the night of the event where she's supposed to take over. It's her party. He announces that he won't be leaving as head and that his daughter will be his right-hand man, basically. Honey, I know her heart sank to her stomach. And then he advised her that she wasn't going to do no such thing because he was using her husband's company as a shell company to cover up some of his dirty deeds. Checkmate. Right. She forgot who she was messing with. And she really thought that she was going to. How did she think that this man's hand, if she knew how dirty he was and had a complete picture of his dirty deeds, why did she think that he had nothing to hold over her head, and by him grooming her all of her life, that he wouldn't be a step ahead of her moves and actions? He absolutely knew that one day she was going to want to take that company from him, right? Because he had been running and she had been enjoying the fruits of his labor all this time. Why all of a sudden does she even go looking for dirt? So she wants power too. She wants the company, and she found a way to get it. And she was using his dirty deeds as an excuse to take over. That's what I saw. They are two sides of the same coin. And the only reason those two sides are different is that she's female and he's male. They are the same person. But y'all will see. Should I go into man, let's do it. We'll go a little bit into episode 2, but we will still recap next time. Episode 2, we chow. So Angela gets a DNA test. From where she put the wig on Leah, she pulled strands of hair and she sent it off for a DNA test to find out that they do share a common parent. And come to find out, Aunt Piggy knew all along. which I didn't understand how she didn't say anything, you know, going to all those events and those people were there. Why didn't she say anything? She could have been told her the story. Why did she keep that secret for so long and let her get blindsided by that? Because then when she saw Teddy at the party, yes, why did she keep that secret? It was going to come out. She just didn't suspect that Angela had ever seen him. But when he came to the house that night when he was supposed to meet her and he left and she ran after him, she saw him. She saw him and she saw Leah in the car. So she saw him. And when she saw him in person, she realized that that was her father. She knew. She knew. And then when Leah confronts him about Angela, he just going on and admits it. Yeah, that's your sister. Like, go on with it. And we still have yet to find out what is up with Rose, the mom. Because when Leah goes to deliver the flowers, she did doing a favor for the other girl that was supposed to take the flowers to Miss Rose. Leah said she would do it since the woman had to take her child, pick up her child for school or do some errand. She said she would take care of it. When she gets there, the mom clearly is out of it. She mistakes Angela for Leah. Yeah, but the mom had some tea, but she was so emotional. I would have stayed and questioned her and got all the tea because she was talking. We don't went this far. You didn't let your emotions take over and you didn't get all the information you could have got. You know, she was just getting, I thought she was going to rip that woman's hair out. I was scared for a minute. The way she was pulling it and clutching that woman's hair. I was really nervous for a minute. Like, Lord. Yes, Leah's mom knew about the affair, and I believe she knew about the daughter. She knew about Angela. But she also said that Leah and her husband, Leah and Teddy, put her there. Like, I'm like, put her where? She trapped. She didn't seem trapped. You know what I'm saying? Nobody stopped Angela from getting to her. Nobody thought that was odd. Nobody intercepted her. Nothing. She got right to her. I mean, it was in this woman's hair. So she wasn't that protected. So I'm just like, y'all just got her sitting up in a room, expensive as it was, as beautiful as it was, but all by herself, just left to her own devices all day. That was really, really strange. So I'm really ready for next week's episode. You think she had her set up? But I don't think it was her that had her set up. I think Teddy set her up because remember, Teddy came in like he was the lawyer. He came in when she found that tape of how did her mom even get that tape? But she had the tape of being in the interrogation room and Teddy walks in, was like he was going to take care of it. And he removes the camera video. So Teddy definitely had her set up. I caught that part, but to what extent? Because she clearly didn't know anything about him using her business to cover up anything. But it was just really strange. I wish the aunt Piggy would have told her everything beforehand, like about the adoption, how she was adopted out basically for 6 months, but her mom never signed a paper and went back for her. That was an interesting story as well. Like, why is she letting her found out like this? Like bits and pieces. Tell her, sit her down and just tell her everything you know. So she's not looking at you sideways. Because I would feel real uncomfortable. You got all this information about my life and you let me move all of my hopes and dreams and my child here and didn't tell me what I was walking into, that these people might recognize me and take this out on me and my daughter. You know, it was really crazy, really, really crazy. And so I also thought the other thing I caught was Nikki. She got ready to say something to Lauren when she was telling her, like, my grandma was the only person that understood me. So I think we're going to find out she is part of the community as well, that she likes girls or likes both, or she's bisexual or whatever. I think we're going to find that out too. It seemed to be pointing in that direction. So, well, I guess we'll find out that very soon. Beautiful girl. I thought she was absolutely beautiful, absolutely stunning. Y'all did a wonderful job. If this is her first acting gig, I think she did wonderful. I loved all of it. Teddy was a nut. He is so full of himself. And Mama Liv, Who is Mama Liv? Did y'all catch that? I'm assuming that Mama Liv is Raymond's mother, but Mama Liv's last name, she has a different last name. It was like Sullivan or something. I can't remember what it was. Mama Liv. I just know she calls her Mama Liv. I can't remember, Olivia something. But I just assumed she was Raymond's mother, but his last name is DuPont. So unless she remarried, I don't know. So we need to dig more into who Mama Liv actually is. But she had a little vendetta against Angela as well. It was almost, how did she know so soon who she was? She knew everything about her quickly. She knew exactly who Angela was. And I wanted to know, how did she find out so fast who she was and her relationship to the community? Like who her mother was, all that. She had a mugshot. She had all that information. So either Mama Liv, if she's not Raymond's mother, then I think she's Teddy's sister. Angela must resemble the mother. Yeah. More so than the father, for sure. She definitely resembles the father more than the mother. Because the pictures we saw, the mugshot wasn't too great, but the live reminiscent part when she was flashing back to her mother, she did look more like her mother, but she didn't look like neither one of them really to me. You know, I thought they could have chose someone else. Like an Angela Bassett would have been perfect. Would have been perfect. Because I think Yaya favors her. But yeah, I didn't understand. So Mama Liv, if we got to figure that out. I'm going to do a little more research tonight. I'm thinking Mama Liv she's probably Teddy's sister or Raymond's mother, one of the two, or she's a lover of Teddy's, or, you know, one of them ride or dies that even though he was married, stayed messing with him and was taken care of and nobody really knows or whatever. I don't know. But then we have Tariq, or maybe she's Tariq's mother. I don't know. Because we know Tariq's father is dead. He used to work for Teddy and the family. And once he died protecting Teddy, saving his life. So they put him through boarding school and then sent him to an Ivy League school. He lived a couple houses down. So his story, so he's very loyal to the Franklins as well. Even though I think he kind of sees that they ain't no good, but he claims that they're good people. And I think he does that just out of his loyalty, you know, what they've done for him in his life. Also, once Leah finds out what her father has done and tied up her husband's company, apparently she had promised her husband that his company was going to go independent, or he was going to be able to be the sole shareholder in the company and own the company outright. But now that she knows her father has been doing dirty deeds with it, I don't know why she didn't just come out and tell him what's up. That's her. Did she tell him what her father had done? I didn't think she told him the whole truth. I'm going to definitely rewatch it because we want to make sure it goes over. Yes, her marriage is in trouble. And then Raymond's best friend, the white guy he grew up with, he just goes and he smacks one right on her. It didn't seem like she wanted it, but that was awful bold. That was awful bold for him just to pull her in and just get ready just to tongue her down. It didn't look like they had never done that before. To me, she didn't quite fight quite hard enough, you know? You didn't fight hard enough for me, sis. And then the daughter caught them. So we see where the drama is leading. And then Taylor wakes up. Taylor wakes up and points to Lauren, says that Lauren pushed her off the boat. So I'm just so confused. So Loving, when you say no, she didn't, what do you mean? She didn't tell her husband the whole truth? Okay. Yeah, I'm going to rewatch too. I went ahead and got the, because I missed the first episode. And when it came on, because I had a family member call and it was tied up with that. So I went ahead and just bought the Hulu subscription so I could watch it at will and I could rewind and get clips as I need them, you know? And I was just shocked. The little girl saw, and the little girl's already a basket case She's just a ball of nerves. She's constantly frowned up and constantly like inside her own head. They go to Angela's to return something. I forgot what it was. They go to Angela's to bring something. I don't remember what they were bringing, but she brought the daughter with her. And that's when the daughter does reveal to Leah. Lauren tells Leah that, you know, she's a lesbian and that she's in love with Taylor. Yes. That's how it was. It seemed like it was so many distractions watching this thing. I had a bunch of stuff going on too, girl. But that's why I'm glad I went ahead and just bought the subscription so I could rewatch it, and I'm going to rewatch it again. So I might be back on here tomorrow, you know, and I want to make a schedule for this. So I think Saturday might be good. The weekends are kind of better for me. And then for the book club, because we want to get caught up on the book, I wanted to do it tomorrow midnight and just keep it for Sundays at midnight. How's that sound? I think I'm going to do that. And then we'll do Saturday. Saturday at 10 or 11 will be for our kind of people. Unless it's just too juicy and we got to get to it earlier. Y'all hit me on Instagram. Hit me up on Instagram and let me know. Wherever I put the little notice that I'm going live, get in the comments and tell me what y'all think. Tell me if something juicy, we got to talk about it quick. Let me know. If y'all get enough of y'all get in there and tell me that, I will. And even if you're catching this video on the replay, let me know in the comments. Let me know before the next episode or after the next episode, before I do the next live. Let me know. So we finished at chapter 25. So we could go from 25 to 35. Let's do that. I think a lot of people have finished the book. So we'll do 25 to 35 because I don't like to keep the videos longer than an hour, because I think that's just, people don't want to watch it because you don't want to watch. So we'll do 25 to 35. And I'll be hopefully tomorrow at midnight, if nothing catastrophic happens. I had to let a little young man know that I would come to school every day and sit in class. I don't know. A little bug and got up the kids still. They back in school, seeing each other's friends, I guess, you know, senior year, and just, you know, got a little start feeling themselves. So I had to show up and be embarrassing. I'm sitting in class too. So that's why I've been totally exhausted. But here we are. And he's back to his normal self. So we'll do that. But check me out. I am on Clubhouse now, y'all. I'm on Clubhouse. I am on Twitch. And if you guys can, come watch on Twitch when you get a chance. Rewatch on Twitch to catch up on anything. And trying to get my viewership up over there. At Clubhouse, we'll just do random discussions. And I would love for y'all to come to Clubhouse so we can do some after talks where y'all can, you know, talk in real time to me instead of me kind of catch the comments. And we'll discuss anything, whatever y'all want. I'll throw up the, after I do a review, we could do it there, or we could talk openly about the book, anything. What we've already read, we could just talk about that. So whatever y'all want to do. I do want to get to morning affirmations, but I see that I might not be able to do that every day, but I'm going to try to. And I think I'm going to try to around between 10 and 11, do those around 10 and 11. Yeah, I haven't made a room yet, but I'm going to. Yeah, I see that you're on Twitch. I appreciate that, Levin. I appreciate it so much. Yep, I'm on YouTube. Yep. Tasha Renee on everything. Yep. And on Instagram. Yep. On Facebook too, but I don't put much effort into Facebook, so you don't really have to bother going over there. No, I didn't upload this one to Facebook. I didn't, because you can only, with the live stream, it has to be like within 10 minutes, and that's just isn't ever going to happen. So, but on Twitch and YouTube, I can schedule in advance. So that's why I do those two. So, yeah. So they are now finding out that everyone is related. Leah has not told her family that they're related. So we're going to see, I guess, on episode 3, how that all falls into place. If it falls into place right away or what happens, I'm eager to see. Taylor is awake. We need to find out the exact story that Taylor is telling. What is she saying that Lauren did or didn't do? And I think this is where Lauren and Nikki form a friendship. But they're going to have to say something because Quentin clearly's got a little crush on Nikki. And you saw Piggy, played by Debbie Morgan, said kissing cousins ain't cute. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think she was pushed only because she stuck her phone in Nikki's bag before she did it. And she wrote in lipstick on that picture, she wrote lies. So no, I think she had something planned. This seems premeditated. But she's upset with Lauren for something. She's mad about something. And what that is, I don't know. What you going on with who? Quentin? I don't know. I thought he seemed to me to be a little on the feminine side. So I don't know, but he seems to really like Nikki. He seems, really kind of pursuing, like he's really pursuing her, but just to find out they're cousins. That was funny. I about cried when Debbie Morgan was like, kissing cousins ain't cute. Because the daughter knows everything. And I think she's really sweet. The daughter's really sweet. Because even after how nasty Lauren's been, even before she knew that they were related, she was really supportive and really kind to her. And Lauren was a pure ass. But she's clearly troubled. And I don't know why they keep putting on, and that girl did not look like she came from them two parents. It seemed like his dad's person came in. Yes. The tennis court scene. Yes. Dad is pushing him in a direction he does not want to go. And he said he had something to tell him, but he changed his mind after Dad gave him that big old spiel talking about basically legacy and this and that, and him being a king, and generations of them were like rich and powerful, so he had something to tell him. I wonder what it was. It's probably that he doesn't want to go to an Ivy League school. He's probably got some other dreams, probably wants to be an artist or a rapper or something. They love writing those. He seemed troubled as well. Maybe not as troubled as Lauren, but troubled nonetheless. And both parents don't seem to have enough time for them kids. Like they just didn't have enough time. And those kids were basically just raising themselves and left to their own devices. That's what it seems like to me. But there also seems to be some friction and some history between Nikki and Angela as well. Because she talks about the way she talks to her mom at times. She doesn't go all the way disrespectful with it, but she does say some things that make me wonder what happened. We do know that Nikki got in some trouble, I guess, for smoking weed. She got in some trouble for that. But to the extent of what happened or what was going on between them, they haven't revealed that yet. So, but I do like how they stick together as a family, and with the auntie, how they made their own little group. I do love that. I do love their little, relationship. I just wish there would be more honesty. Keep it honestly so y'all can really be close. Because the only thing that seems to really tie them together is the love of Angela's mother. They all loved her dearly. And what's up with that secret room she found when Tyreek came to help, do the architectural work and stuff to the shop? They found that room. It was kind of weird that it was closed off like that. Like, why did her mom do that? And there was nothing in it so far but those clothes, like random clothing. I didn't understand why the room was blocked off to begin with. But, maybe that's where the dad Teddy was doing his dirt or had stuff stored back there in that secret compartment, secret room. So we don't know. All of that is yet to be revealed. So we'll be looking for that about the room. What's up with these kids? Quentin's got a secret he hasn't told his parents. Need to find that out. We need to find out who Mama Liz is. What is her relationship to the main characters? And what does she know? Because she seems to know a lot. She's one of them old nosy biddies that got their hand in everything, manipulating and moving stuff. But she wants Angela out of there. She wants Angela out of there immediately. And what's odd is that she doesn't go on and tell Leah what's up. Like, really tell her. Because you had that girl's information quick, faster than her. She had that information so fast. And she told her that, but she didn't go on to tell her that That's the daughter of the woman your father had an affair with. So we need to find out who Mama Liz is, because that's what Leah called her, was Mama Liz. Liv. Mama Liv. So Liz or Liv, I can't remember. But I'm going to watch it again. I'm going to watch episode 2 again. And I'll recap a little of that on the next recap we do. Ciao. But I can't wait for this 3rd episode. They're going to have to reveal some things to keep us hooked, because I can't be on pins and needles that whole episode waiting on them to drop the bomb. Drop the bomb. But I bet you they're not going to try to give Angela that position. But I don't know. Leah seems like her heart is kind of softening towards Angela a little bit. It's like she wants to like her. She does naturally like her, but she don't want to. You know, for some reason, she doesn't want to. And I can understand that, the betrayal of your father. But she remembers seeing her. She remembers seeing her as a child. No, I haven't. No, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that. I got to check that out. Maybe another show I'll check out. Because this one was really good. So far I'm liking it. I'm ready for the characters to find their niche with each other. You know, the actors to really get comfortable and see the chemistry really fly, because they're all wonderful actors. Like I said, it's always usually a little rough in the first couple episodes where the chemistry is just a little off, but it always gets better. It always gets better. Is that the grandmother? Because that's who Mama Liv is. And I thought she was the grandmother too, but then I was like, whose mom is she? Eva's gangster. I got to check it out. Yeah, but the grandma may know something. I think the grandma has some information that the rest of us don't have. And whose grandmother is she? Like, whose mother is she? Is she Raymond's mom, Leah's husband's mom? Because we know who Leah's mom is, Rose, who they got locked away in a room. Or is she Teddy's mom? Did you figure that out? I'm going to watch it again tonight so I'll know exactly who she is. Because that threw me off. Yeah, I was confused. You thought she was whose mom? Teddy's mom? Teddy's mom or Tariq's mom? Teddy's mom, okay. Yeah, maybe it is Teddy's mom, but they seem kind of close in age, so that's what threw me off. But you know, black women be looking good, so because she looks fantastic with her little gray wigs. The hair person was outstanding on this show. Outstanding. And whoever's doing skincare, on point. Everybody's skin was perfect and glowing. It looked absolutely phenomenal. So I'm excited to see the rest. I love seeing us look good and presenting well. So they didn't make these people too perfect with that love. I knew there was going to be some scandal, but it's the kind of scandal I expected. Like the father to have had an affair, somebody gunning for, the main seat in the company. So it's the father and daughter battle we're going to see, which is good because usually it's a son. I like that it's a daughter. So I'm excited to see the rest. Waiting for next week. And I will do my makeup. I didn't put anything on my face because I did a mud mask that was awesome. I'm going to tell y'all about that. I'll probably do a video about that I got in my Ipsy bag, a bunch of samples. And it was this mud mask. Man, it is awesome. I have absolutely no moisturizer on or anything. All I did was the mask and rinse that mask off. And man, I really see the difference. So it's worth buying. So thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Loving. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. So yeah, I'm going to update some skincare things because, I fall off. I'll take real good care of my skin and then I'll fall off. But now I'm getting some products that gets it right back. So I'm really liking that. It's really, really like moisturizing. This was a mud mask and I didn't do any moisturizing. So yeah, I usually do I use the mint julep. And that's only when I feel like I have like deep embedded, like I've got blackheads or something, or I feel something like deep in my skin and I can tell it's in there, I'll do the mint julep. Or when it's just been like too oily and gross, I'll use the mint julep just to suck all that stuff up out of there. But I didn't feel that way. It just felt like I hadn't been caring for my skin like I should be. And I used that mask, and man, it feels really good. So I didn't want to throw makeup right on top of it or do anything, but I will do my makeup and hair the next time. So I put my old comfy sweater on because that's just the way I was feeling after that mask. So yeah, I got another mask too that they sent me. I'm going to try. So maybe I'll do a video on that because I haven't done any skincare videos at all lately, but I've been just so busy. But anyway, so I want to thank you all. Thank you all for being here. So come back tomorrow. We'll finish up the next 10 chapters of the book. And after that, after those 10 chapters, then it's just going to be the rest of the book. So we've got like 2 more episodes to finish that book. And then the consent, if you all saw that video with that we did about consent, they contacted me and asked me to do a review of their book on consent. And I really want to do that because that's really, really important that we understand what consent is, how it's defined, and what they're pushing for this legislature into law. So we understand what it is, how it's described, how it's defined for law. Midnight a.m. tomorrow night. So I got some work to do, and I like doing it at night when there's not much moving around in my house and I can keep it quiet, you know. So, yep. Tomorrow midnight. And I will see you guys then. Thank you for being here. I finally got my intro, outro together. So I'm going to go ahead and play this outro for y'all. And I'll see y'all tonight at midnight. Bye, y'all.
Black women are dope, man, and black women have so many strengths and talents, and it hurts us when we are trying to limit them in what they can and what they are able to do.
What you prefer, girl?